Greetings, welcome back to Black Bear News, where we are discussing climate change, abrupt climate change, all things pertaining to climate change. If you're new to this channel, the basic premise is that I read articles outlining, delineating, exposing the truth of how bad the climate situation is. The other basic premise of this channel is that along with all of the new climate reports, UN reports worldwide, and also most climate scientists now agree that we need a massive restructuring of our global economic system in order to stave off disastrous, catastrophic consequences of climate change. So that is basically what I am talking about as I'm reading the articles. Let me stress that the massive reorganization of our economy or our industrial civilization, however late or possibly futile it might be, is what is necessary in order to stave off catastrophic disastrous climate change consequences. That is called politics. So I'm not really going to talk about politics too in depth today, but we're entering the, it's about 2019, about to be 2019. We are going to enter very quickly the race for the presidency of the United States. And it is going to be just wall-to-wall ad nauseum conversations about candidates, probabilities, possibilities, polls, opinions, all kinds of stuff. I am going to be stating my opinion often. This is a warning to those who get upset about me talking about politics. I'm going to talk about politics all the fucking time. And if it bothers you, take a walk. Unsubscribe, take a walk. I don't care. Don't downvote the videos. Don't stay here and bitch in the comments. I'm talking about politics. It's my channel. Go away if it bothers you. Okay? That's all I have to say. If you like this channel, if you're a supporter of this channel, if you like the things I have to say, perhaps lend an ear to the things that I'm talking about or the particular political viewpoint that I might be expressing, and give it some weight. If you value, any of my opinions on any other issues. I am one of the few, and I'm talking about few as in a handful, literally a handful of channels that expresses viewpoints that don't necessarily line up with the right or the left, that don't necessarily line up with all, alternative / conspiracy channels, but don't line up necessarily with all progressive / liberal channels. If a quick rundown of my political, possibly my political standpoint is, if you just watch Jimmy Dore, he's a great political pundit in my eyes. There are a few others, a few other progressive channels out there that I enjoy as well, but he's probably the main one. There's like Rational National. There's, my mind is going blank right now, so I can't think of all the channels. But he's probably the main one that I watch because it aligns with what I think and what I agree with. The thing about Jimmy Dore is that he's talking about politics most of the time. He mixes in some climate change here and there. This channel is way more progressive / radical as far as what needs to be done in order to really tackle head-on climate change. Radical change is needed. So that is my viewpoint. I am a radical, you can call me a lefty, a progressive, I don't know, but I'm way outside of what most progressive liberals probably think is, you know, what is necessary, what is needed in order to affect change. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just giving you all a heads up, giving you all a warning. If you know, please don't bitch in the comment section about my political talks. I'm going to be talking about politics a lot. Get used to it, buckle in, strap on, whatever you need to do. The other thing I want to say is that I want to do like a live chat. I want to do a live stream soon. I've been thinking about it. I've been working on it. I've been working up to it. Obviously, my schedule only allows me a few minutes a day to do these videos, so it's always kind of like a crapshoot as to when I have time to do these videos. But I would like to set up maybe one day a week to do a live stream. I'm thinking something like, I don't know, I'm thinking like Saturday or Sunday, 8 o'clock, possibly 8 or 9 Pacific. So that would be like Saturday or Sunday night, you know, midnight on the East Coast, 11 or midnight on the East Coast. But you know, the viewers are from all over the world here. So what I think I may do is give you, you know, 24-hour notice. Possibly this weekend I may go live, and it would be great if everybody could, you know, I'll give everybody an estimate of a time that I'm going to go live, and if you all could join in or jump in, that would be awesome. One more announcement. I may be having some, I stopped monetizing my videos on the previous channel that I had, mainly because, you know, it's not really, a lot of people didn't really like them, and I'm not really into the monetizing thing. However, it would be great if I could actually, you know, make a few more pennies doing this channel. I do get donations, and they are very helpful. Thank you. As always, the donations are very helpful. I may remonetize my videos very, very minimally, as minimal as I possibly can. I had to actually enable the monetization, because when you do a live stream, you can do super chat while you're chatting, while you're doing a live chat. People can like donate while you're doing a live stream. And that's the only reason why I'm monetizing the videos. We'll see how it goes. If it's really annoying or it's a drag, you know, I may just like take it off, whatever. I'll let you guys know. All right, so I spent a lot of time doing some housekeeping. Hello, how are you? Hope you are well. I'm going to read this one article for this video, and I'm going to come back. I like to play with my formats also. I've been doing generally like 20 or 30 minute one video a day. Sometimes I like to do 2 shorter videos. I don't know, it seems like the 2 shorter videos, one of the videos just tends to get left in the dust, and one video tends to get all the views. That's what I've found out. But whatever. I think the shorter videos are easier for me to handle as far as uploading. They're also easier to handle for people who like small bites of information. We'll see. I'm going to go back and forth. So this article is Darja Mail from Truth Out from December 21st. Studies warn of increasing sea level rise. The most recent gathering of scientists at the American Geophysical Union in Washington, D.C. brought deeply troubling news about the Antarctic. Jeremy Shakun, a paleoclimatologist at Boston College, told Science that the large increase in the loss of ice mass in Antarctica in the last decade or 2 could already be the beginning stage of the process of collapse of the Western Antarctic ice sheet. Ice loss in the Antarctic has tripled in just the last decade alone, and is currently losing 219 billion metric tons of ice annually. That number is up from 73 billion metric tons per year as of a decade ago. The big uptick in mass loss observed there in the past decade or 2 is perhaps the start of the larger scale collapse of the glaciers, Shakun told Science. If that is the case, the world must begin preparations immediately for sea levels that will rise far more abruptly than previously expected, with ocean waters rising as fast as 2.5 meters every 100 years. The aforementioned discovery presented at the annual meeting of scientists also revealed that during the last brief warm period between the Earth's ice ages, which took place 125,000 years ago, and when global temperatures were barely higher than they are today in our greenhouse warmed planet, sea levels were 6 to 9 meters, 20 to 30 feet higher than they are right now. That amount of sea level rise means that New York, Boston, Miami, Tampa, New Orleans, Jakarta, Singapore, Osaka, Tokyo, Mumbai, Kolkata, Dhaka, and Ho Chi Minh City are among the many cities that will sooner or later have to be moved or abandoned entirely to the sea. Topping that list, New York, Boston, Miami. Yeah. East Antarctica is melting from below. East Antarctica has always been seen as a place virtually impervious to melting and has often been referred to as the last bastion of stable ice on the planet. However, recent data has shown that a group of glaciers covering 13% of the coastline of that side of the frozen continent are melting from below due to warming oceans. And disturbingly, 2017 was the hottest year on record for the oceans, and the 5th year in a row that oceans set a record for how warm they had become due to human-caused climate change. It is already known that the Western Antarctic ice sheet is experiencing serious retreat, with a 3-fold increase in acceleration having been reported in recent years. But NASA scientist Catherine Walker used measurements of ocean temperatures and computer modeling to show that the heat being delivered to certain glaciers in the eastern Antarctic was coming from warming oceans. The finding has very serious repercussions for climate change and particularly sea level rise. Chris Fogwell, a professor at Keele University in England, told The Guardian, it has the potential to mean that our sea level projections could be in an order of magnitude higher than we're anticipating. Given the remoteness of the eastern part of Antarctica, it hasn't been studied nearly as much as the rest of the Antarctic. Hence, since there is little data on this thus far, we should expect more bad news of melting as more studies are published on the region. The NASA data, coupled with the study mentioned at the American Geophysical Union, show that the speed of sea level rise from melting Antarctic glaciers is consistently increasing each year. At the current trajectory, 17.7 trillion metric tons of ice will be shed in the Antarctic by 2100. This assumes the current rate of loss will remain linear, an unrealistic assumption given the rate is increasing annually. The rate of increase is itself increasing. And you can sum up all of our climate change situation in that one statement. The rate of change is increasing itself each year. The rate of change will eventually spin out of whatever linear paradigm existence normalcy that we know today. It will spin out, and all of a sudden things will not be normal anymore. As I was reading yesterday about the Permian extinction, the planet looked like a very, very different place, and it happened fairly quickly geologically. The rate of change that we are changing the planet right now is faster than that. Quite fast indeed. So we may end up finding ourselves in a place that we didn't expect, nobody expected, very, very quickly. Who knows how quick that is going to be? Nobody knows. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, we do not know. But expect it. Best not to ignore it. That's all I have for this video. I'm going to come back with another video. Thank you so much for your eyes, your ears, and your conscience. If you would like to support this channel, you can do so at the links and the address below. Until next time, peace.